I remember when Caitlin Clark was drafted, I think all of us, Bloomberg included, ran the story that she was going to be making either it was $76,000 or $78,000. And you think about the growth that she brought to the league, as well as many, many others. I mean, the league was growing before she arrived as well. And then she and her rookie class, Angel Reese and Cameron Brink and so many more, served as a tidal wave. And so their salaries didn't reflect that, but they will soon.
They will soon, but there was a lot of bad blood between the commissioner, Cathy Engelbert, and the players union leading up to, the agreement that they'll come to something together. Where do they go from here? Because I wonder how much of that kind of casts a pall over how they work together going forward.
It's a great question. And I think there was a picture that was posted by, I want to say it was by the the union side of things. And they toasted when they got a deal and everyone looks happy. And of course, they have to have a deal in order for the league to continue.
Right.
At the same time, there were some very, very strong comments made that in all my years of covering sports, both professionally and then as a kid, I've never heard anyone make comments like Nafisa Collier said about Cathy Engelbert. And, we also reported that Cathy had conversations about whatever her next chapter was, meaning that she could depart the league. Now, is that still a factor now that a deal is close to being done? We're going to find out probably in the months and maybe a year or so to come. I think that the next time she talks will be at the WNBA draft, and I have no doubt that someone will ask about it.
Well, we know across sports globally, the main driver of the economics is the rights fees, media rights fees. Where's the WNBA these days?
So that was a big part of this, was that the WNBA agreed to a new media rights deal. I believe it was in 2024 with Amazon, ESPN, and Comcast. And so that deal is going to pay them at minimum $200 million a year. And okay, so when the players were having conversations about it, they're like, listen, we're seeing expansion fees rise. We're seeing our media rights fees rise. And so they were like, if all of this money is rising, when is it going to come down to us? And the league and the players saw it two completely different ways for a long time, but they got on middle ground.
All right, and it's about time, frankly.
I agree.
Let's talk about college basketball because it is March 20th, and March Madness is in full swing. Here at Bloomberg, of course, we have our brackets for a cause. If you have a Bloomberg terminal, it's BRKT Go, where we've invited folks to put together their bracket and appoint the charity that would get a winning donation if they do come out ahead. And these are always full of surprises.
Absolutely. I mean, yesterday we saw Duke almost get upset by
almost being the key word there.
I was at a CBS watch party yesterday, and everyone was on edge. And then, of course, BYU lost to Texas, and so that first round and that second round are always dangerous. And I mean, Ken Griffin is leading right now, so I mean, it sounds like if he continues down this track, he'll be the winner.
I am close on his heels. I'm in the top 4% of.
How many points do you have right now?
26. I'm 568 out of 12,872 people.
Who do you have winning, Paul?
I have Duke winning. I just pencil in Duke, then I work backwards. Oh, and yesterday, let's not forget, Carolina lost.
Oh, here we go. Where'd you go to school again, in case anybody?
Yeah, exactly. So it was a very good day yesterday. So how big is this for the media side of the business? Because it just seems a lot of people are concerned and upset with college athletics in general because it's maybe swung too far the other way with NIL and the transfer portal, and it's lost some of its cachet a little bit. Are we seeing that in the numbers anywhere?
I think you're seeing it across competition more than you are with the numbers, because I mean, you look at Duke's game yesterday. I don't want to shame you because they came out on top, but you have more of these results and more upsets happening because college players are being paid more. So they have the choice to go and play for a smaller school that might be close to home, or maybe go somewhere far away that offered them an incredible price. Now, from the media rights perspective, Duke loses, and I can guarantee you there are media executives who are not going to be happy. And so Duke, Kansas, all the blue chip schools, the farther they go, normally the better the rights, the better the ratings.
And because of name, image, and likeness, these athletes and the transfer portal, these athletes can go to schools where last year, wasn't even on the map. So which schools look most interesting based on the players who have come over from other teams?
Which schools look, I need to be in college to answer that question because ultimately I would jump schools every single year if someone was paying me more. That's the right thing to do. I mean, unfortunately, that's the manipulative part of this, is that if you are in the transfer portal, let's say you make $80,000 your freshman year, then you make $120,000, then you have a good season that same sophomore year. Now someone's offering you $500,000. Now you're being offered $1 million. Why wouldn't you try to be a college basketball player for as long as you possibly could if you have no aspirations or you're not good enough to go to the NBA? And that's what's happening.
And that ties into a story that Janet Lauren had yesterday from Bloomberg News about some of these kids leaving the Ivy League.
Which didn't used to happen.
No, because Ivy League does not pay nil money, but if you have a good season in the Ivy League, maybe a power school will pay you. So, boy, it's a whole new world. I just kind of characterize it as the Wild West. And
it is the Wild West.
There needs to be some regulation, and I think we're starting to move that way. There's a growing recognition there.